Hi there, Karen here, and today I'm doing a layout using this photograph from my holiday and this sketch that I found on Pinterest. I thought I'd give myself an easy start after having done a long session doing a mini album. I'd already pre-cut these papers at my club that I go to, but I didn't get around to putting it all together, so I thought I'd finish it off on film. So I've got these two pieces already stuck together. One is from the Lovely Day collection and one is from Little by Little by Chamel, and I'm just doing a dotted line around the edge as I've done on all the other papers. The other papers you can see, I think there's a Hip Kit exclusive, that's the stripe. The bird one is from Close to My Heart, and I'm not sure where the orange one's from. So I'm now going to do, I thought I might do the circle as use a daisy, but a doily for the circle part of the sketch, but it was white against white, so it didn't really show up very well. So I thought I'd pick out this blue. I'd use this piece of blue paper. I think it's a cutter part on the other side, but it picks out the blues elsewhere on the papers, and I thought it tied in quite well with everything else. So I've used my circle cutter, which I didn't quite push down hard enough on, so I've just had to finish it off with the scissors to do that blue piece. I actually thought I'd made it larger than the doily as well, because I thought I needed a large one, but it turned out to be about the same size. So from that point of view, it wasn't a great success, but I think the colours are better than the white doily would have been with the colours in the photo and in the other papers. I think it worked out quite well. So I'm now going to, what am I doing now? Oh, I'm just edging it like I've done with all the other papers. I've put a little dotted edge around all of the papers there. May not be that clear to see on camera, but they are there just to give a little edge. So I'm just trying to put it all in place, deciding where I want them. And now I'm going to do a little bit of spritzing or a little bit of packaging technique with the Heidi Swap Colour Shine in Peach. I thought it would be nice to have a little bit of shine, a little bit of colour coming out from behind the photo, behind the layered papers. So I'm just doing it bit by bit, try not to do a large blob all at once. Just doing little spray, adding it on here and there, checking where the photograph and the layers are going to go, and then just putting on a little bit of background. And because it's got the shine to it, it really gives it a bit of a lift to the page. Bit of the top left corner and bottom right. And I think I'm just going to have a little bit more on the right, just to poke out above the strips of paper that are going across the page. I wanted just a little bit to show above there as well. So there we are. There's just that little bit there. I think that's all I decided to do. I didn't want to do loads of mixed media. It's something I'm still not that confident with, so and I like that just as it is. I think that's quite enough anyway. So I put my double-sided tape on, ready to stick it down, and I'm just having a look to see if I can use any of these very large chipboard stickers, but I don't end up using any of those. So I've decided I'm just going to commit to sticking it down, because I think the layers are all there. The design of the sketch is pretty much in there. It's just now a case of doing a title and a bit of embellishing. So the title, I'm going to use all of these papers are from the June Hip Kit, and these are the two alpha sticker sheets that I got with the June Hip Kit. So one was an exclusive alpha from Hip Kit, which is the slightly orangey coloured one, and the other one is called Sketchbook, which is one that was also included. And now I'm just going through some of this Vicky Boutin ephemera pack, and there was some quite large ephemera, which can be quite challenging to use. So I managed to use a couple of them. I don't use a lot of them, but I'm just going through, choosing which ones might go with the colour scheme. A lot of these ones I'm picking out and putting aside, I don't use, but I'm just doing a little pile of ones that I might pick from. And then out of those, I'm just taking some of those back out again, saying no, not going to use those. So I think I left with about 3 or 4, maybe not as many as that. This one just says, leave a little sparkle And I think it also says wherever you go or something, which I didn't really need that showing, so I've tucked that behind. And there's a big blue flower, which I rather like. And then this is a piece of a cut apart piece, and I just thought the colour scheme, the colour of it, went really well with everything else and balanced out the orange at the top. So it just says just being me is fun. So I cut off the just, because I don't really need, it needed to be quite this big. And I've cut it down a bit, and I'm tucking it in behind the photograph. Now I'm realising I shouldn't have cut the other bit off because it would give me more to tuck behind, but never mind, too late now. So it just says being me is fun. And it's really more about the colour, the fact that it balances out the orange layer at the top. And for now I've put the blue flower there. That will move a bit later on. And then there's another little piece of ephemera that just says the places we go, the things we do, the people we see. So as we're away, we're on holiday, this is one of the places we went to, so it seemed appropriate. So I'm just sticking that in there. The BU on the left, that won't be staying there. I don't use that in the end. And that one's not going to stay there either. Go see the world. Quite like the sentiment, far too big. And the green, the see the world is a green, and it didn't really work. I've found this, I've ended up really using mainly blue and various shades of peach and orange on this layout. So anything that didn't fit in with that didn't stay on the layout. And that piece of blue didn't stay there either. Just trying to find different places for these bits of ephemera. Now I'm working on my title, and with the Hip Kit exclusive letters, I'm doing the word Marina, because that's a marina you can see behind me. There's a load of boats, and it's a place called Immenstad. So that's what I'm making. What I'm going to use the other letters for is the word or the name of the place, which is Immenstad. Yeah, I'm just seeing how it fits in there. And I've got an at there, so Marina at Immenstad will be my title. And that's pretty much where they'll end up, those words. Just haven't stuck them down there yet. Yep, thinking, is that going to work? Where am I going to put it? And I thought if I start at the end and work backwards, I'll make sure it fits. I had visions of it running off the page if I didn't start in the right place. So I worked backwards, and it just fitted before it went onto my feet. And now I've decided on that bottom right hand corner, I've decided to get some flowers out. These are some little flowers. They're paper flowers that I bought in loads of different colours, and I picked out some blues, and I'm going to use some of those. And then I've also got some cream ones, some cream flowers, which you'll see in a moment, which I'm going to spray with the Heidi Swap Colour Shine in the peach spray that I've used as the backing mist. I'm also going to spray these cream flowers in the same colour, so that they'll match in with the layout. So I'm just going to give them a quick zhuzh. It's in my old box. I actually did find some of the ones not these ones, but I spray some more later on, and they did pick up some of the blue from the box. So I may have to get a new box to use for my spraying if they're starting to cross-pollinate with the colours. And I'm die cutting some leaves. I thought it needs some leaves in the background. It does have a sort of slightly florally look to it on the sketch. I will show you the sketch again at the end, but it does call for some flowers and some leaves in that corner. So I thought I'd cut myself out a bunch of leaves with my little sidekick. It's a little one I bought on eBay. They're not available anymore. They don't make them anymore, but it's so perfect for these small embellishments, just to pop it on your desk and cut them out with some scraps of card. That's the last one. So I've got a whole bunch of different leaves there. And now I've got a few more flowers. I thought I haven't got enough spray, so I'm going to spray a few more. Decided I will chance doing it on my desk rather than in the box, because I couldn't be bothered to get it back out again. And I've missed a few bits, so because there was quite a lot of spray on the glass mat, I can just sort of dip it in and fill in the gaps. Yep, another one needing a little bit of extra. And then for the middles of the flowers, I've got a little box of brads there that I'm trying to pick out the colours. So some blues to go in the blue flowers, and some gold ones will go in the middle of the sparkly peach coloured flowers, because I thought the gold went rather well. As they've got a bit of sparkle to them, they will have gold. The gold brads would look good. Just picking out some of those brads. I've got a selection of different shapes in there. I'm just using the circle ones for that, but I do have some gold heart ones as well, which are quite pretty. Now I'm just laying on the leaves as the background, and then the flowers will fill in that space in the middle, and the leaves will just be left poking out, as you can see. And I do fiddle around a lot with different variations of where these flowers are going to go. So the first thing I must do is get these leaves stuck down, and then I can play with the flowers and get them where I want them. And there's the sketch, because I thought at this point I'd finished, but then when I was looking at it, when I was doing the editing, I realised it was really bottom heavy there with the flowers, and then it really needed something to balance it out. So I went and sprayed a few more flowers and put a few more brads in the middles and got some more out, and I thought it needed some more on that left-hand corner there, next to the photo, just to balance out the whole thing. And it does. I think that looks a lot better with some more flowers in that area, because it really didn't look. It would look like it was just all going to slide off the bottom right hand corner. Everything was just leaning that way without anything to balance it out. So these flowers are now stuck down. While I was at it, I thought, oh, I could do with a few more bits. And you see, I've added some enamel dots and a bird there. I somehow managed to have lost the filming of that. I don't know quite where that went. I must have edited it out by mistake. But I did add a few little enamel dots and that little puffy bird earlier on. And I'm adding a couple of phrase stickers saying, "Be in love with your life and good things are going to happen," just as a finishing touch. So there we are. Thank you very much. And thank you for joining me. Please join me again soon. And if you like this one, please subscribe. Goodbye.